Ever wondered how a simple plane landing could almost spark an international crisis? Let's break down what really happened between Nigeria and Burkina Faso on December 8, 2025. A Nigerian Air Force C-130 Hercules took off from Lagos, bound for Portugal, but not long into its flight, it encountered a technical issue. For safety, the crew had to make an emergency landing. The nearest suitable airport was in Bobo-Dioulasso, Burkina Faso. Nigeria stated this was a standard procedure, a necessary diversion to ensure the safety of the crew and the aircraft. A routine emergency landing. Or so it seemed, but Burkina Faso's military government saw things very differently. They claimed the Nigerian military plane entered their airspace and landed without any formal permission. From their perspective, this wasn't just an emergency landing. It was a breach of their national sovereignty. They viewed the unannounced arrival of a foreign military aircraft as an unauthorized and unfriendly act. As a result, they detained the 11 Nigerian military personnel on board and impounded the C-130 aircraft, escalating the situation from a technical problem to a diplomatic standoff. To understand why Burkina Faso reacted so strongly, we need to look at the bigger political picture in West Africa. Relations were already strained. Burkina Faso, along with its neighbors Mali and Niger, had recently withdrawn from the Economic Community of West African States, or ECOWAS. They formed their own bloc, the Alliance of Sahel States, signaling a major political shift in the region. Nigeria, a key leader in ECOWAS, remained committed to the organization. Tensions were further heightened when Nigeria played a role in reversing a coup attempt in Benin, which shares a border with Burkina Faso. This backdrop of geopolitical rivalry and mistrust meant that the emergency landing was seen through a lens of suspicion, not as a simple safety precaution. With their personnel and aircraft detained, Nigeria immediately shifted into diplomatic gear. For about 9 days, the two nations were locked in sensitive negotiations. A high-level Nigerian delegation, led by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, traveled to Ouagadougou, the capital of Burkina Faso, to meet with their counterparts and resolve the crisis. The talks were delicate, focusing on de-escalating the situation, clarifying international aviation procedures for emergency landings, and emphasizing the need for cooperation between the two neighboring countries despite their political differences. Finally, after intense back-and-forth discussions, diplomacy prevailed. Burkina Faso agreed to release the 11 Nigerian personnel and their aircraft. This resolution was a sigh of relief, signaling that both sides preferred a diplomatic